How's it going, guys and girls? Hope you guys are having a great weekend. So, happy N7Day, everybody. It's official N7Day today. So, 7th of November is a day where BioWare celebrates anything Mass Effect related. So, if you are a fan of the Mass Effect series, I'm sure you're very familiar with this day. And I thought, what better way to celebrate N7Day by doing a Mass Effect Andromeda related video. So, today, BioWare basically announced that there would be no major news or announcements regarding Mass Effect Andromeda, no new trailer, which I'll admit I'm a bit disappointed about because I was really hoping for some more sort of information and especially video footage and, oh my god, gameplay footage today, but that's not what they're going to be revealed. They are going to celebrate the day in their own way. So they have announced that they're going to be doing a marathon Extra Life live stream where they'll be playing Mass Effect 3 all day, right from the beginning up until the Citadel DLC, and everybody can sort of comment on there and choose Paragon or Renegade and influence their choices as they play through the game. Now, I do know as part of that live stream there are going to be many giveaways and some awesome deals when it comes to Mass Effect merchandise. So yeah, I'll drop the link here anyway if you do want to check it out. There is a pretty cool giveaway competition, which is where you can basically win a PS4 or an Xbox One, which has the N7 logo on it, and it looks sweet. And I do really want to win the Xbox One, really do, because I want to buy an Xbox One, but I can't afford one at the moment, and it'd be so awesome for me to own that. So I'm gonna enter the competition, but I really don't hold out any hope that I'll win. But it's still a good laugh and it's a bit of fun. Now, they have said that there are going to be some surprises today regarding Mass Effect Andromeda, but other than that, they've not revealed really any more information. I reckon it's going to be probably a screenshot or something like that. So as we're not getting any major news or announcements, I figured, you know what, I'm going to share with my subscribers everything that we know about Mass Effect Andromeda so far. So I've been scouring the internet for every little bit of news and information that you can get. I've been on Twitter, I've been on Reddit, I've been everywhere. So this is absolutely everything that I know so far about Mass Effect Andromeda. So we have been told, we do know now that the Mass Effect Andromeda is scheduled for release in the holiday of 2016. I know what I'm going to be doing on Christmas Day in 2016. I'm going to be definitely playing this game on the first day it's released. So yeah, while it's a little bit in the future, it's not that far away. The year goes very quickly, and I'm excited for this game to come out. Now, we do know that it is set post-Shepard. So originally, I was hoping that, it would be set during Shepard's life and that we would get some cameos. Maybe not from Shepard, but maybe from familiar characters, Garrus, that we all love and we want to see again. But unfortunately, it has sort of been confirmed by the senior developer, Chris Wynn on Twitter. He was asked basically, any familiar faces in Andromeda. And he replied, and this is a direct quote from him, that story-wise, it wouldn't make much sense. So take that, to mean what it is. But I think that pretty much means that sadly, there aren't going to be any cameos from familiar characters like Liara or Garrus or Rex that we were all hoping for. They have, it's been confirmed. It's a brand new story. It's a fresh start for the BioWare team. And it is going to be, brand new characters, and it's also set in a new galaxy. So it's going to be set in Andromeda, hence the name, in the Andromeda galaxy. And this is massive. It's so much bigger than Mass Effect 3. And the Andromeda Galaxy is thousands of light years across. And, it has been confirmed that Andromeda, the game, should be 4 times bigger than Mass Effect 3. And that's really owing to the new Frostbite engine there that's allowing the game to be so much bigger and larger in scope. Now, if Dragon Age Inquisition is anything to go by, this game, I imagine, is going to be absolutely huge, because Dragon Age Inquisition was massive as open world RPGs go. And when I think about how awesome Dragon Age Inquisition was in terms of exploration, I cannot wait for Mass Effect Andromeda. I think it's going to be amazing and huge and just so heaps of fun to explore. Now, the main protagonist is a human It has been confirmed that we will not be playing as a non-human character. So sadly, no ability here to play as a Turian or a Krogan or a Quarian or even an Asari. So for those of you like myself who loved playing as the alien races in the Mass Effect multiplayer, I'm afraid that's not going to be available here in the single player. There are not going to be multiple races like we are used to in Dragon Age. So it is going to be a human protagonist. Now, they have explained that and said that they want to focus on the story. They want it to be a story and a character that we can relate to. And therefore, you know, they want to go down the human side of things again. Now, the main protagonist, we do know, we can see from the images that he or she, because you can choose male or female, that he or she is an N7. So they are part of the N7 program, and they've been, you know, coined or nicknamed the Pathfinder. So Mass Effect Andromeda is going to be all about exploration. And I'm very excited about that. Basically, you know, the main developers behind Andromeda have said that they want to get back to the roots of the original Mass Effect game. And one of the best parts of Mass Effect 1 was discovering new worlds, discovering new races, and exploring galaxies. And they have said that that is going to be the focus here. You are going to play as the Pathfinder, and your main goal is going to be to find a new home for the human race, to colonize new worlds, and that's what it's going to be all about. Now, the main character as well is going to be a little bit different to Shepard, because Shepard, when, you know, he or she effectively began as a hero, you were already quite set in the N7 program. You had a reputation, you had a backstory. But, you know, Mac Walters has confirmed that it's going to be more of a hero's journey when it comes to the Pathfinder. And this is a direct quote from him. So he has said, you know, with Shepard, you arrived on the scene as a hero and you were called forward from there. For the next Mass Effect, however, we've been looking at more of a hero's journey, how you become a legend and what it takes to get there. So it seems like the character you're going to begin with is probably quite fresh, quite malleable, and it is going to be a journey in terms of how you become the Pathfinder, how you become the hero and the legend that I would assume, you know, you become at the end of the game. So, you know, with the whole idea of exploration, obviously the vehicles and the ships that you're using are pretty key to that. Now, we do know now that you can actually go down onto the planets and explore them. So that definitely is getting back to Mass Effect 1. We're not going to be scanning planets for resources that we had to do in Mass Effect 2, which I found really tedious. So, you know, you are going to be able to fly your own ship, and the ship is called the Tempest, and we are told that you can land on a planet, jump into the Mako and explore, you know, as much as you want to your heart's content, that the worlds are going to be fully open and fully explorable. And yes, that is true, everybody. The Mako is back and customizable. So the Mako's not been, you know, in Mass Effect since Mass Effect 1. Some people hated it, some people loved it. You know, it's one of those things. It's like Marmite. You either love or hate it, and it's exactly the same with the Mako. I actually really enjoyed the Mako, and I found it kind of hilarious that you could just sort of do, like, you know, 90-degree climbs or 90-degree, you know, drops, and it's just incredible. But yeah, the Mako is back. It's new, it's fine-tuned and tweaked, and apparently they are doing a lot of experiments with its maneuverability to make it more maneuverable, and also it is now fully customizable, we have been told, because the developers want you to be able to make the Mako give it its own character connected to your Pathfinder. So I would assume, you know, that I hope that you have customizable, you know, skins or colors or guns or weapons or wheels or traction, whatever it is. I'm very excited to customize my own Mako and make it my own. I think that would be pretty sweet. Now, your main objectives as you're exploring will be to collect resources, build colonies, and, you know, scour the land for ancient remnants of alien blueprints that will allow you to craft better weapons and equipment. And, you know, it's a game about discovery from the sounds of it, and exploration and colonization, which sounds pretty epic. I'm sure the combat is going to be very similar to what it was previously. When we saw the trailer revealed at E3, it did look familiar, familiar weapons. I'm sure that you're going to have familiar abilities and powers. I'm pretty sure that as the human, you're going to be able to choose, whether you do a biotic or an engineer or a soldier or an infiltrator. I'm sure that we're going to have similar biotic powers and weapons. The Omni tool looks like it's back, but it looks sweet. But, I think from the looks of it, there are going to be some new combat elements to it, because in the trailer we did see a jetpack which looked awesome, and I think that would be sweet to use in gameplay. So yeah, I'm sure it's going to be familiar to us, because they have said that they want to, even though we're not going to have cameo appearances, that there are going to be non-companion, non-character things that are going to feel familiar, that are going to give us that sense of nostalgia. So I pretty much think that's going to be the Mako, and also the combat and the abilities, and even some of the races that are going to be in the game are going to give us that sense of, this is a Mass Effect game. This is not a continuation, but it's something we're familiar with. It's something that we're comfortable with. So I do know a lot of the races that we love are back, especially I think the Asari, the Turian and the Krogan, and and obviously there's going to be the new races that we discover as well. Now, there has been a lot more information revealed. Now, this about predominantly the story, the characters, and also some of the multiplayer and side missions. Now, I don't know how accurate this information is, because it is all rumors. It's not been officially confirmed by BioWare. But this was, and now it was revealed it was a Reddit, actually on Reddit, and a user on Reddit did actually complete an official survey related to the game. And in that survey, a lot of information was revealed. So I am going to put a little caption here, spoilers. There might potentially be some spoilers in this next section. There aren't any major story spoilers, I will tell you that. So nothing like that in here. It's predominantly just around the characters and some of the things, gameplay mechanics and that sort of thing. So they did reveal that there are 7 companions actually that are going to be with you, familiar races, and that, as all previous Mass Effect games, you're going to be able to take 2 companions with you at any time into combat. With these companions that you have, there are also going to be loyalty missions, so you're going to be building up your loyalty and your relationship with them, and there are going to be specific character based missions, and obviously if you complete those missions, I assume it's going to unlock special abilities or a special a new skill tree, and I'm hoping it'll have an impact on the story, very similar to Mass Effect 2, where the suicide mission was significantly influenced by how loyal your companions were to you. So I hope that's the way they're going to go with it, because I think that was brilliant, and it should have been done in Mass Effect 3 a lot more. But yeah, so that is going to happen. Now, there have been a few character names that have been dropped there. There was one character that's been named called Cora, and supposedly she's got some kind of biotic shield ability where she can put a shield around herself or around her companions, and that protects you from any incoming fire, but you're also able to shoot incoming enemies through that shield, which is quite new. As well, there's another character that was mentioned, a character called Drac, who is a Krogan, and there were a few spoilers, I guess, regarding his loyalty mission that supposedly he wants you to go on to take out an outlaw faction that had stolen a Krogan colony ship, and which has left his people stranded with no means to survive, and you're basically asked you to help him out. And if you complete that mission, then that opens up a brand new skill tree, increases his loyalty, and so on and so forth. So that's cool. I'm loving the fact that there's going to be a lot of focus on characters. your relationship with them, their loyalty, because that's one of the things that was the strongest thing about the Mass Effect franchise for me, the characters and your relationship with them. Romance is back, of course. This wouldn't be a BioWare game without romanceable characters. Again, they've confirmed there's going to be same-sex and opposite-sex options in terms of the romances there, so that's cool that will be back. They've talked a little bit about dialogue options as well, so there are going to be more dialogue options. They're also going to be a bit more fleshed out than they were previously in Mass Effect 3, especially because in Mass Effect 3 I didn't like the fact that you only had the Paragon option or the Renegade option. I would have liked more depth there in terms of the dialogue trees and the options that you had available to you. So the dialogue options are going to be more advanced, they're going to be more developed, and you know, they have confirmed there's going to be more chances for you to interrupt the actions and, you know, to interrupt conversations going on. And there's going to be more action orientated interruptions. So say, for example, you're trying to get somebody to open a door for you. You can choose, you know, whether you go down the negotiation route and you try to persuade them to open up the door, or you can interrupt that conversation, pull out your gun and threaten them until they open the door and go all renegade on their ass. So that would be cool to see how the dialogue options play out on there. There have been some information released on Reddit as well regarding some of these side missions that are available. So apparently you will be able to recruit mercenaries and you'll be able to send them on missions. And these missions can range from defending a settlement to recovering a remnant artifact. These will play out in real time. So they can take anywhere from, you know, 10 to 20 minutes, possibly longer. And, you know, as the mercenaries complete these side missions for you, you'll gain experience, currency and equipment as that sort of happens. So that sounds really cool, sort of sending out mercenaries. I mean, that would have been awesome in Mass Effect 3. I don't know why that wasn't an option in Mass Effect 3, but I suppose the Frostbite engine, the next gen hardware, it just allows them to make the game that much bigger and experiment with you know, more varied options there. Multiplayer as well has been confirmed that multiplayer is going to be back. There is going to be a very similar multiplayer available, similar to Mass Effect 3, which worked brilliantly. You know, the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer was heaps of fun. I really enjoyed it. So you know, it's going to be similar horde mode, which is basically where you have to survive waves of enemies that get progressively more difficult, and there are also going to be objectives within there as well. So defuse a bomb that might be in a settlement, or assassinate a certain opponent or certain enemy, that kind of thing. But I think the multiplayer is going to be co-op based. It's going to be cooperatively focused. So 4-player, it's been confirmed it's going to be 4-player horde mode effectively. There has also been some confirmation by Mike Gamble that there is going to be more focus on co-op, and co-op is going to play a bigger part in this game. And there has been some drop and some mention of supposed strike missions, where you can play these either by yourself, or you can do them cooperatively with up to, I think it was up to 3 other friends. And obviously the more people there are playing it, the more progressively difficult that strike mission will be, but also the larger the rewards that you will get from that. So that's very exciting, and I'm wondering whether that's going to be something very similar to what Destiny has, where you can make a fire team and play it solo or play it together with people. And I think that would be pretty sweet. I think that would be awesome to have some sort of co-op mode and being able to play that. But so yeah, so that is pretty much everything that we know so far about Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm very excited. I'll admit, at the end of Mass Effect 3, after that ending, which I didn't particularly love, I didn't hate it as much after the extended edition, but still the ending to Mass Effect 3 really burnt me. So after the game finished, I was not excited. I wasn't really excited for any new Mass Effect game, but after seeing that trailer at E3 and just researching all this information on the new game, it looks like it's going to be awesome. It has got me excited again, and Mass Effect is one of my favorite series of all time, so I can't wait for it. But yeah, I love the fact that it's going back to exploration. I love the idea of discovering new alien races, new worlds, colonizing new worlds. And while I will miss familiar cameos and I am sad that we're not going to have them, I trust BioWare, and they've always been good in terms of the stories that they write and the characters that they create as well. So I'm pretty sure that this new Pathfinder is, so I'm pretty sure that this new Pathfinder is going to be an interesting character, and that the companions that he or she has as well. But anyway, so that is everything that we know about Mass Effect Andromeda up to now. As we get more news and more information, of course I'm going to be bringing you guys more news videos, more information videos as we go leading up to it. I am hoping that there is going to be a Mass Effect remastered edition, for 1, 2 and 3. I think that is going to happen, and I think it's probably going to be released sometime next year. It makes sense for people to be able to get it, so I think if that comes out, I will absolutely be buying it, and I probably will be doing some kind of marathon live stream of it or something like that in the build up to Mass Effect Andromeda. Alright guys and girls, well anyway, I hope you guys found this information video useful or interesting. Let me know what you guys are doing to celebrate N7 Day. Please hit the like button as well if you also enjoyed this video to show your support. Take care guys and girls, and as always, happy gaming and happy N7 Day everybody. Yeah.